Legend race. It was like watching the French Connection out there or something, man. It was like watching a chase scene between Kyle Elwood and Chris Young.
Yeah, those two get it. You know, they run real good and they put on a good show. You know?
I mean, there was a couple of times that Chris just drove in really high, came down low, got on the bumper, and Kyle kept his composure the whole entire time.
Never got rattled.
No. There was the one time where he got him in turn 4, got him a little sideways. Kyle gave him the respect. I mean, Chris gave him the respect, backed off, let him straight out. So he knows, man, if he would have drove through him, he would have been sent to the back, too.
Yeah, they're all points racing as well as going for the win. And,
yeah.
You know, and they put on a real good race every single week.
Yeah.
You know, and they didn't let us down this week either. You know.
And they're getting the 30-lapper soon, man.
Really?
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, a national qualifying race, and they're going to be having a 30-lapper. So they got 10 extra laps. Good for those guys. I know some people are like, oh, how come we're not getting a 50?
Yeah.
Listen, man, you got to take the steps when you can take them, man.
Yeah, take the 30. You got to walk before you can run when it comes to getting into the races.
You know, you look at the old regime, and you know the Legends didn't get the respect that they deserved. No. You know, and you know it's not knocking, but you know a lot of times even the Legend guys cleaned up their act a lot too on both sides, and they got the respect now. They're one of the best racing at the track
by far.
You know,
by far,
putting on great shows every week, man.
Yep.
There's not a week that went by where you're like, man, that was a cluster.
Yeah, how many cars show up? About 27, 28 every week?
26 this week. You know, usually we have like 30 almost.
Right.
And we've had like 34, 36 this year already.
Right.
You know? And there's a lot more that are sitting right now that can come out, and hopefully we'll see them out.
Yeah.
You know, maybe for that 30-lapper.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. That'll be a...
And they're doing time trials.
When is that? That's in a couple of weeks?
A couple of weeks, yeah.
All right.
In August, I believe. And, you know, it should be exciting, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Brendan Bach finishing 3rd.
He's starting to come on real strong. Yeah. I think he went up at Mountain a couple weeks ago, and actually when I was at Mountain, I think he finished 2nd, but he started deep and came right up to 2nd.
Now, I haven't heard anything, so I'm not starting rumors.
Yeah, right.
But you know what? You may see him in this really, really soon, you know? Not yours.
Yeah, but
one of these.
Does his old man still have his car?
I don't know.
I know one time, years ago, he had 2.
George Bach?
Yeah, George Bach. But I think that was the car Beatty had.
Yeah.
It was one of them. So maybe he's got one sitting there.
I don't know. Just the way this kid is running and the progression, and you know, you're going to see this kid move up really fast. It's just...
He did a lot of traveling with the quarter midgets. You know,
got great people around him.
All over the country racing national events.
It's crazy, man.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to beat the best all over this country. And that's what you see is what you get now. You know, it's good.
Now, we have a kid that lives around here that doesn't even come to the track. And he travels nationally with the Legends. That's that kid, Matt Papa. Lives in Nassau.
Really?
Doesn't come out to Riverhead. We got to set the challenge out to this kid.
Yeah, right.
You know, because he's going out of state and he's winning and stuff like that. To me, some of the best racing Legends and the biggest fields is Riverhead Raceway.
That's what we need the comedies to do. What the old school promoters did and put up like some money to beat the outsiders.
Like an outlaw fee.
See if that ever happens. Yeah.
You know, we've had Raven come out this year, Raven Trance, and she did pretty good.
Right.
And she races all over, mostly Mountain, Oswego, and also Bethel. And she just won at Bethel last week. So, you know, let some of these guys come out to us, man.
Let's put on a little challenge show, like a shootout or a grudge match or something
That's
like that. Yeah.
I mean, I told all the guys, all her friends, I'm like, come on, guys, what's doing? Gotta get her out here.
Yeah, it's getting
you know, you want to play with the boys?
Yeah.
Come on. But just a good job there by Brendan. I got to give a shout out to Paulie there, his crew chief.
Right. Yep.
That does a great job setting that car.
Yeah, unbelievable job.
I mean, you got Young, his pops, and you know a couple of guys on his crew do a great job setting their car
Absolutely.
up. And also Goodale.
Yeah.
All those kids, man.
They're going to be tough when they start moving up against us.
They're all kids, man. They're on that team.
And it's only good for Riverhead. You know, it's the best you can say about that.
Papa Hendricks Goodale.
Yeah, right.
So Christian Conklin having another good run.
Yep. Getting
that car, and that's Kyle's old car.
Really?
So doing a good job getting that car back together. I know last week he ran into some bad luck, even though he was up there. Mm-hmm. So he's getting some of the motor issues solved. I know he'll be out there to practice. A lot of these kids are also coming on the weeks when they're not racing to practice.
Lap after lap after lap.
Exactly. You know. Unfortunately, a guy who comes out to practice is Richie Davidowitz didn't start in this race. So
What happened to him?
something with the rear end. Dumped oil all over the place, man. Rear end fluid.
Right.
Gear fluid. All over the place, and everybody went slipping and sliding in that third heat. I mean, it was like a circus out there.
Right.
Guys going around, dancing. So, really only one incident per se in this race that was really bad. Jason Sandalewski sending it really hard, locked up the brakes, and Joe Scabelli was there, and a couple other guys. I know Shimmick, I think, was involved with it, and Greg Harris might have been involved with it. But for the most part, these guys are doing a great job. I know Jay works hard on this car. He's out there to practice, and it was just an unfortunate racing incident.
Right.
So
yeah, it happens.
It does, man. It
Deal.
does. These guys can't get down when they get caught up in some of these things.
Right.
A lot of cars are similar, same. Everything's kind of the same. Seems like a lot of them are cookie cutters almost to an extent.
Well, that's what the division was designed to be. Everyone supposed to have the same stuff, and so you can outdrive who.
Yeah. So that's Legends. Coming up next, late models.